What's up, Corona Crew? Welcome back to our live stream. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. Nothing really crazy happened yesterday, just kind of a little sideways chop after our live stream. So, you know, like I said last, I think it was yesterday too, just Christmas season. So, you know, a little bit slower price action, starting out their vacation, stuff like that. So typically price action is just a little bit slower. But yeah, hopefully y'all had a good yesterday, good Tuesday. There was a little bit of potential, but yeah, honestly, yeah, nothing really happened. We looked like we were gonna break up, and we kind of just sideways. But yeah, we'll have to check out what we got going on today, see if we can get any trades here for it then. And yeah, we got a shirt maker here. Says we're looking at some bulls and bears fighting today. Got Terry Gross here. Good morning, battle's on. Oh yeah. Got the Bears versus Bulls already started. It looks like we're actually starting to go to the upside. These are all from yesterday, FRBP levels, but they are on here. Looks like today's gonna hit your levels for the upside, huh? So we're Spirit Maker's thinking we're going up to the 88 level, 89 level. I think that's what it was. It was like 88.9, I think is what he said yesterday. So we'll see if we can get up there. It is looking likely. I was checking out Bookmap a little bit ago, and well, it's kind of gone now. We did have some levels up here at 90. It was red. Now it's just yellow. So I don't know. Maybe that means something different. I don't think I really moved it earlier, so I guess, I don't know. $89K is looking good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's where we're gonna go actually, so just face off Bookmap, but we'll have to get into the charts, ask some GPT some questions. We'll see if we can get to work for us. For some reason, it's really wants to get these like 15-minute levels lately, so I don't know what that's about. We've been trying to look into that, but as of right now, it's still kind of the same. You can do like I did yesterday and just basically force it to give you a DMR and just say like, you have permission to like automatically get me the levels or whatever, and then it'll force it, and it works. So you could do it like that, but honestly, we're working on making it back to like normal work. You don't have to do like stupid stuff to get it to work, but you know, like always, just a work in progress. So we're slowly trying to get it honed in, get it good, make it the best indicator we can for all of y'all, our best GPT indicator. Yeah, let's just jump into this, I guess. Not a whole lot to talk about today. Yeah, got a little cold brew going on. Pretty good stuff. If you never had cold brew, you need to go get some Starbucks, try it out. Try out some cold brew. It's actually better homemade though, so if you're gonna do it, might as well make some homemade and just use like a mason jar or something. But yeah, we'll jump into this here. So we'll head on to our GPT and get our DMR started for today. Well, it is doing a little better than yesterday already, because you know, yesterday whenever we pulled up and said we want to do the DMR, it actually ended up sorry about it ended up giving us like a fake DMR or like a DMR based off of like inputs that it had like a long time ago. Starbucks. You don't like Starbucks student maker? Yeah, so we'll just jump into this, throw some of the screenshots on here from the different time frames. We'll get our FRVP levels, some range high and low, 30-minute high and low, and then we'll get the different screenshots from some different applications. Student maker says 24 to 48 hours in the fridge and pour over ice. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make cold brew. But, you know, if you wanted to have instant gratification, you gotta go somewhere. Yeah. Yep. For lazy people, yep. But, you know, if you don't know if you like it, you gotta try it out, I guess, before you invest so much time of getting all of it done. Like 48 hours, but I don't know. I'll make my own. So that's the way I would do it too. Found Texas pecan is a good one to do if you're looking to make some cold brew by yourself. Alright, let's jump into this. I got my book map already pulled up like you saw earlier, so we're gonna just grab that screenshot first and we'll move on from there. So I'll just screenshot this entire thing here, throw it into our GPT, and this is what it looks like if you're interested. And then we're gonna go ahead and go to the news next. So we'll open up Google here on, here we go, open up Google, and we're gonna check out the fear and greed index, coin market cap. And this is what we'll grab out of here. So fear grade index, we're at 25 fear today. Last week we were at 30, so we are down a little bit, but we're kind of just going sideways on this because we kind of spiked up to 30, and then now we've kind of been, I think yesterday was 22 if I remember right. Yeah, okay, yeah, 22, and then we went up to 25 today, so we're kind of just bouncing around there. So go ahead and throw that in here, and we'll open it up again, and this time we're going to the cryptocraft.com, and we're gonna go to the 17th and grab the news for today. Not a lot of news today, not like yesterday. Today we just have 3 of them. Probably the biggest one is just Trump speaking, which can actually affect the market if he says something about crypto, but typically he doesn't really, so we don't have a lot to worry about there. Just normal low impact stuff for today, so nothing too big, not like yesterday. And then we can just go into the screenshots, I guess. So we'll go ahead and jump into TradingView here, run on over to the 4-hour, and here we can just go ahead and start grabbing the screenshots. So we'll zoom out and then double click each section, double click all your indicators and your chart. Got that screenshot. Just run through these really fast. Screenshot and drop it there. Wow. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what chart copy to your clipboard does. Here, let's check it out. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So I just found something out. So if you're like on your chart in TradingView, and you and this only happened because I accidentally pressed the button, but if you're on your chart, right, and you click Control Shift and S together, it'll say chart copy to clipboard, and then if you paste it into your GPT here, it looks like this. So it basically just grabs the chart out of your thing, so you don't have to take a screenshot. You can just grab the chart right out of the thing, and you have your full. It's only the chart. So pretty cool. Just found that out, but I don't know. Maybe y'all are like, "Oh, that's stupid," but I thought that was kind of cool. Didn't know you could do that. Alright, we got them all copied and pasted right into there. So next we'll head to those 24-hour levels. Go back to our charts, go to that 1 hour, and we're going to grab the FRBP tool to do this part. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and get them set up on the GPT here. So we'll open back up our GPT, and we're going to do FRVP levels, and we're gonna go down. We'll do the 24-hour, and we can do them. So BAH, POC, and VAL. Then we'll do morning, BAH, POC, and VAL. And weekly is the last one. One too many out Y's. Volume rate high. Volume control and volume area low. And then we'll grab the 30-minute candle. And oh, okay, and low. Don't want to just type whatever I'm saying. There we go. So now we got all of our different levels in there, and now all we have to do is just paste them in there. It just makes it easy. Makes it easier to share a chart. Yeah, it does. There's, I don't know, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. But yeah, just in case you're wondering, that's how you do it. Shift, Control, and S all together. Because normally when you take a screenshot, you press Control, or not Control, you press Windows key, Shift, and S, and that'll give you the screenshot. And I just actually, honestly, I kind of just forgot what the thing was, and then I pressed Control instead of Windows key. Alright, let's get those levels down though. So back to TradingView, back and forth. So we're going back to TradingView. From the crosshairs down 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on over, and then we'll go to fixed range font profile, and we're going to go from 12 to 12, so 12 to 12 UTC. So for us, or for me, I guess here in Texas, and that's going to be from 6 to 6. So 6 yesterday to 6 a.m. 6 a.m. yesterday to 6 a.m. today. So simple. We'll just go back. And then to 6 a.m. today. Ooh, almost 5. And then we'll turn back on our levels and kind of just throw it on there. So I already got my 24 hours levels on here. We'll just click and drag them on to the corresponding colors. So the volume area high is going to be yellow, or red, sorry. Volume control is yellow, and volume area low is blue. Once we get them on there, then that's great. So we're good for that one. So go ahead on to the, well, okay, never mind, we're going to stay here. We're going to actually just move the back side of this FRBP level up. So instead of being at 6 o'clock yesterday, we're going to move it to 2 o'clock this morning. For UTC, that'll be from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock this morning. And we'll throw that on there once. And then you don't have to move the front one, just back one. And then we'll turn back on our morning levels here. And drag and drop them as well. Just drag, drop, and drag, drop. Oh, boom. So now they all look nice and snazzy all on there. You can see them nice and cleanly on the charts. You can read them nice and easy. And now all we have to do is input them. If you weren't here yesterday, we did get the weekly ones as well. So we'll throw those on there as well and just throw them into our GPT here too, so we can get our DMR for today rolling, get our AI indicator kind of rolling, ready for us. All the weeklies are actually above us, so kind of interesting. We're below the weeklies, but yeah. So we'll get these all inputted, and then we'll get that DMR started, and we'll start doing some TA from there. But get these inputted, pretty simple. You're just going to double click and grab the coordinates out of here. That's the easiest way to do it. You can also just click on your line and settings. Same thing really. We'll double click, grab it there, starting with that 24-hour primary high. Now we'll just go through and paste these in here. This is probably the most, like, what do they call it, tedious part of the DMR here. It's just inputting all of these different levels. The nice thing is once you get one done, you can kind of just double click, copy, and then paste it into your AI. And the easiest way I've found to do it honestly is to have two screens running. So you just go to the next screen and dump your stuff in there, and then just repeat the process basically, and just grab it from one place, dump it in the next place. Boom, so we got our levels there. Next we're going to go to that 30-minute candle. We'll grab those, and then we'll be done with our prep work for the DMR. We can actually just run it from here and see what we got. 30 minutes, pretty easy to grab. We're going to grab the 6:30 candle high and low. So 6:30, if you're going UTC, that'll be 12:30. 6:30 here, we got data window open over here on the side. Oop, my bad. Data window over here open on the side. We got the high and the low. So you're just going to hover over your 6:30 candle and grab those. You can also do it right at the top of your chart. There's the high and low as there as well. So go to the 6:30 high and low. We got 87 to 676 for the high. So 87 to 76. And for the low, we have 86, 780. 86, 780. And we'll just go ahead and send that in, get this battle box started for today, see what we got. Alright, so it is going to do that thing to us again today. It looks like it's going to ask for the different shells. Yeah, it's actually asking for our indicator shells. I believe you can just bypass this if you don't have them, but we're going to go ahead and grab our thing as we do the indicator setup on here. So if you haven't seen our indicator, this is what it looks like. Basically, you got a couple of different zones here. Some higher time frame zones here that we're looking at. Possible resistance. Really none of them are in play at the second, but you can see we kind of came down, bounced, came below it, kind of tried to track above it, broke down, and then try again, broke down, and then get it through, and then we retested it 3 times here on the 1 hour mean is what this one is. 1 hour and 4 hour, technically. 4 hours the green one. And then we broke back through the other ones, and we're headed up now. So, like I said, not really anything like crazy levels there. Honestly, we could see a bit of a retest here on this level, but other than that, they don't have a lot of play. So we're just going to grab these and throw them into our chart here, or our AI here. So close this out and throw our levels in there and send it in. There we go. So we got the high time frame shelves here, and now it just wants the 15 intraday levels. This is the one we've been having an issue with lately, so if you just go ahead and say like, I give you permission. Permission to get the level for yourself. Oops. It'll figure it out. Alright, we'll try something different. Let's skip this level and just do DMR. That should kind of bypass it, because you don't. Oh my gosh, it really is not liking this. Oh my gosh, it's really not doing anything. Alright, let's... let's say you are allowed to generate the level you need based off of my screenshot. Oh my gosh. It's really stuck on this. I don't have the level. Oh my gosh. Okay, make me a DMR. Sometimes you just gotta be mean with AI, you know? Just gotta tell it what it's gotta do. Boom, there we go. It's all on there now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go through some TA here and go through some of the trades that we could take, and then we will be done with the stream for today. But basically what we're going to do here is read a little bit of what the DMR has to say, and then we'll jump into that TA on the actual charts. So starting off, we'll open up our 4-hour time frame here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my art indicator just because mostly it's for just inputting into the battle box. And I'm also going to go ahead and turn off my weekly levels because I won't be needing them as of yet. And we'll zoom in here. Get started. Okay, so the battle box says that price is range bound inside a compression channel sitting between the 4-hour supply and the 4-hour demand. No high time frame trend resolution. So we actually did break out of that as the battle box was kind of going through the motions here. So we just retested this 4-hour 21 there. Like I said, we broke out of it. The high time frame demand and the high time frame. Oh, I guess the high time frame support is above it. So we are a little bit above it, sitting right above us, right basically at this high here on the last, what was that, yesterday at 6. So we had that high there, and now we're kind of sitting right under that, in between that and the what is it, demand, and right above demand, I guess. So I'm just going to call them support and resistance because that's how I'm going to think of them. But basically, we got our support up here. We got our resistance down here. We are sitting between the two. Kind of hitting that resistance right now, really. Coming up, hitting it. Mostly hitting that 21 though. We are forming a sideways flag here. You can see that we kind of got that breakdown here, and now we're kind of forming a somewhat of a flag. Looking for more possible downside here. Could be a little bit of possible upside action. We'll see. We could even be starting to form something more like this. Really? Yeah, I mean, Bookbath was calling upside here, so we are looking at a possible upside move. Maybe up to these trends here, these compressed moving averages, looking for that 89,000 range somewhere up there. We got the MACD moving to the upside, a little bit of momentum there, showing us we got that uptrend started. The RSI is sub 50. We're about in the middle of between 0 and oversold here, so not really telling us anything. It's kind of flat, so more potential to go up, I guess, than anything, but we'll see if we get that curl in the RSI there and see if we can get that curl to the upside. Stoches are pretty close to topped out, but if you've seen all this before, we'll always say it, but stoches are not a longer time frame indicator, so it's not something we're looking at for this kind of time frame. Moving on to that 1 hour. So for the 1 hour, the battle box says we have the most momentum at slightly bearish. 1 hour supplies at 87,131. We continue to reject price with sequential lower highs. Alright. So we're in a downtrend since, let's see, when was this? We're in a downtrend since Tuesday the 9th, so last Tuesday I believe. We've been in a downtrend since then. What's that mean? Well, that means that we're consistently making lower highs and lower lows. So right now, we did kind of break that trend here with a little bit of a higher high. Typically when you see that, that means we're forming some sort of flag pattern, something like that. Really we need to see that break here of this, and then possibly a continuation up and break of this before we'll kind of say, hey, we broke that downtrend. You could almost look at it as a line going down. Obviously, the more points you get on it, the better. So we draw it all the way here. That's kind of our line that we're looking at. Right now, we're running into that major resistance right there. the downtrend line. We get that break of that. Some people even trade that way. They get that break of that downtrend there, and then they'll take that up trade to the upside. But for us, that's not really how we trade. So yeah, it's there, but yeah. All right, gotta get a drink of coffee. All right. Yeah, but like I said, we are forming a flag pattern, looking more to the downside. Could be a little bit more of an upside pattern, like could be a little bit more of something more like that kind of happening. But we'll have to kind of wait and see how this one plays out. Intraday wise, it is looking like we're going to go up today, like I said, at least on the smaller time frames. So we'll see if we can get that break to the upside, maybe get us up a little bit and kind of form a little bit of a new pattern here before we break down. This also is a bearish pattern though, so even if we do break up to the upside like that, we are still looking on that downside risk coming in still. Still looking to go lower there. Going on to that 15 minute, the Betterbox says we have a price rotating inside the FRVP POC cluster, 87,160 area. We're showing weak trend with oscillatory behavior. Not exactly sure what oscillatory behavior is, but basically we are getting that. We came off that low, broke up, so this is where we were saying we get that flag forming. Same thing. All the charts are really the same. They're just, as you move down the time frames, you just get a little bit more information. You know, like one candle on the 4 hour is going to be 4 candles on the 1 hour. So you just keep moving down. Interesting, I guess, when you really think about it that much, but it just keeps getting more and more candles. You feel more info about what's going to happen, like kind of in between the just 1 hour candles. What's really happening is kind of what you get when you move down something like 15 minutes. So, but like I said, same pattern. We are actually above our 200 and our 21, so the first time we have been at the beginning of the day in a while. That's done us here with our trading strategy that we're actually looking at more of that bullish move to the upside, and we're looking to take a bullish trade today. It's kind of the way that we think about it. Whenever we see price action above the 200 and the 21, we're looking for a bullish room move. If we're below, we're looking for that bearish move, especially on the 15 minute. Really on any chart, but 15 minutes where we watch the most. Like technically today, you know, well, yeah, we're like neutral here on the 1 hour because we are in between. But 15 minute wise, we are above, so it's looking more and more bullish. Right now we're kind of hitting this resistance here at 100. Seeing some loss in momentum here on the P. RSI is kind of getting close to being topped. We still got a little bit of room, so you can see that break here, maybe retest the RSI, reset MACD, and then we'll be off to the races. Switches as well here on the 15 is also looking for the downside, so I honestly don't think we're going to break still quite yet. We're going to see a little bit of downside, possibly a little bit of just a pullback, I'm thinking. But we will see as time goes on. But we're seeing that breakdown here right now. And on that 5 minute, like I said, just a little more information here on the 5 minute. So the 5 minute, let's see, we got a breakdown kind of coming off of that 24-hour volume rate high, like I was just saying. You're seeing the RSI start to roll over, Scotia is rolling over, MACD is starting to roll over, so we're looking like we're going to confirm that at least pullback, maybe just more of a trend kind of here. On the 5 minute, looking for that pullback. Really, we're kind of like for that bounce off that 21. If we break through that 21, more than likely we're going to come down and retest the 200 before we can turn around and continue upwards. So we'll kind of see which way we go after we kind of get there. It's really going to depend, but we are going down right now, so we're going to have to kind of wait it out, see where the 15's at after it starts to curl down, because more than likely we will get pulled down, and we really want to check that 5-minute 21, but if we break that, more than likely we're going to come to the 15-minute 21, break that, then we're coming to the 15-200. So we'll kind of see as we go on, see where we end up kind of setting up, see how we end up setting up to trade. We're looking for breakout really today, breakout of this 24-hour volume low, or volume high is what I'd be looking at about 87,800-ish area. Once we get that break and retest of that, then we'll be looking to the upside. Not a huge trade like we were saying. We're looking for maybe a, I don't know, like 1-1 maybe, like 89, and put our stop down, yeah, 1-1 almost. So not anything crazy, but you know, money in the account is money in the account. Good trades, good trade. So following the system, you make some money. That's always a good thing. Nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. We could have a possible downside risk here, like I was saying. More than likely, if we get that breakout to the downside, we're not going to break this low here. So we'd be looking at possible 85,500. It's kind of like the bottom level that I would think it would go if we do get a break to the downside. Like I said, upside's more likely that will continue to the upside, but there's a possibility always that we go to the opposite way. So if we do end up breaking down, that's where we're looking at going. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. We got a couple more things here on the AI. Fear and greed, you know about that because we threw it into the chart. Got our key support and resistance, trade strategies, breakdown, breakup, long scenarios. Got our news risk alerts. So the news that we put in here, it kind of shows here, as well as telling you a little bit maybe about the news, or like things to kind of watch for as news is going. Things to pay attention to if you're looking at executing, and then some weekly zone references that we threw in there. Really, we kind of went over it in the TA on most of it, but if you want to make your own, you are more than welcome to check it out. Make sure you see what our DMR has in store here. See what trades you got out of that. Again, these are us and our DMR are both for educational purposes only. So if you need to make financial advice, you need to go to a financial advisor. But yeah, that's kind of our DMR there. That's what it does basically. That's kind of where we're at in BTC. It's looking for that break of A78. See if we can get that retest. If you do want some more information as you're making your battle box GPT kind of setup, you can go ahead and make a battle plan as well, and that will kind of show you like what kind of trades you could be looking at for today, and like what levels to be looking at, what levels are more important and why, that kind of thing, as well as just like this is a good strategy maybe to use for this, or this is a good strategy for that. So check that out. And then yeah, we got a recap coming out at 10, so if you want to check that out, Maker goes over yesterday's trading and kind of sees what's going on. So you can check that out. Kind of recap yesterday. Also, you can come on TA as well as just shows you kind of where our mind's at as we're looking at the charts. Really helpful, especially when you're starting out, but really it's always nice to just see how somebody else is trading, kind of change your stuff a little bit, adapt a little bit, maybe you just get stronger, learn something. So that's a great way to check out our channel. Check out the recap coming out at 10 here, 10 UTC -6, so 10 here in Texas. So you can change that to your time zone. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot going on. We'll be live here again tomorrow at 8 as well. So if you are interested in catching our live again, or you want to see the whole thing, make sure you check that out. 8 o'clock, we'll be here, 8 o'clock sharp. So throw that on the calendar if you haven't already. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you can. That'll keep posted on when we're live. When we're not, we're actually live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're going over the battle box, jumping into the charts, checking it out, doing a little TA, stuff like that. Not a super long stream, but well worth the watch. Yeah, that's about it. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all learned something. If you have any questions, make sure you throw them in our chat or any of our comments on our videos. We'll go ahead and try to get back to you on pretty much everything. Goal is to help you all learn how to trade better. So that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, just throw it in there if you can. Yeah, happy trading to y'all. Thanks for watching the stream. We'll catch y'all next week. Alright, sorry. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Happy trading, y'all.